In June of 2014, Derek and Maria Broaddus thought they had finally achieved the American dream, a stunning six-bedroom home at 657 Boulevard, nestled in one of New Jersey's safest and most prestigious neighborhoods. Tree-lined streets, quiet nights, a place where their 3 kids could finally grow up in peace. But that dream would soon turn into their worst nightmare, because someone was watching them. Just 3 days after closing the deal on their new home, Derek checked the mailbox and found a plain white envelope. No return address, just one word written across the front: the new owner. Inside was a typed letter, and it began innocently enough. Dearest new neighbor at 657 Boulevard, allow me to welcome you to the neighborhood. But what followed sent chills down Derek's spine. My grandfather watched the house in the 1920s. My father watched in the 1960s. It is now my time to watch. Do you know the history of 657 Boulevard? Do you know what lies within its walls? The writer signed off with a name that would soon become infamous: The Watcher. At first, Derek thought it was a prank, maybe a neighbor messing around. But within days, another letter arrived. This one was worse. The Watcher wrote about the Broaddus family, mentioning their children by name, their ages, and even describing them playing in the yard. Have they found what is in the walls yet? And who has the bedrooms facing the street? I'll know as soon as you move in. That's when fear turned to panic. The family hadn't even moved into the house yet, only visited to do some renovations. And somehow, this mysterious stranger already knew intimate details about them. Derek called the Westfield police immediately. Detective Leonard Lugo began an investigation, canvassing the area and interviewing neighbors. But nobody had seen anything suspicious. No cameras had caught anything. No fingerprints were found. The police advised the family not to tell anyone else about the letters, fearing it might spook the writer into disappearing. Still, the letters kept coming. Each new message was darker, stranger, and more personal. 657 Boulevard is anxious for you to move in. It needs young blood. Have you found all of the secrets it holds? The Watcher even referred to renovations the Broadduses were doing inside the house, proof they were being watched closely. Maria later told police she felt like someone was watching from every window. They could barely sleep. Their children began asking why their parents seemed so afraid of the new house. After 6 months of torment, the Broadduses made a heartbreaking decision. They would never move in. But when the story broke in the media, the case took an unexpected twist. Some neighbors began suspecting the Broadduses themselves. They theorized the couple might have written the letters, either for attention or to back out of buying a house they couldn't afford. Detectives investigated the claim, but found no evidence linking the family to the letters. Over time, several theories emerged. One was a neighbor named Michael Langford, who lived next door. His family had lived there for decades, and his house had a clear view of the Broadduses' property. Langford was known locally as a bit eccentric, but when police questioned him, he denied everything. No physical evidence tied him to the crime, and the case went cold. Another theory pointed to a possible real estate rival, jealous of the Broadduses buying such a high-end home. But again, no proof. The Watcher's letters had been postmarked from nearby towns, and the DNA found on one envelope was female, yet it didn't match anyone connected to the suspects. The Broadduses were trapped, they couldn't live in the house, and they couldn't sell it without disclosing what had happened. Years went by, filled with anxiety, lawsuits, and constant media attention. They even tried renting the home out, but when one tenant received another letter, that was the final straw. Violent winds and cold weather are coming soon. You'll never know who's watching you. In 2019, after years of fear and financial strain, Derek and Maria finally sold 657 Boulevard at a significant loss. The new owners moved in, and to this day, no new letters have been reported. No one was ever arrested. No fingerprints, no suspects, no closure. The Watcher simply vanished. The case became a national obsession. It inspired online detectives, journalists, and even a Netflix series, all trying to answer one question: a neighbor with a grudge? A bored prankster? Or a person consumed by the dark history of 657 Boulevard? A house that, in the words of the letters, called to them? To this day, no one knows. But one thing is certain. In that quiet New Jersey town, the Watcher's eyes may still be watching,